So this is the Face Hunter. You can earn gold with this deck very fast because it usually ends the games in a couple of turns, turn 8 or 9 at max. Sometimes it's a bit longer, but usually you can win in a couple of turns. So the basic idea is to chip away your enemy's health as fast as possible in the early game, and after that you can just play anything you get from your hand to the board and just spam your hero abilities, so the 2 damage to the face, that steady shot. So in the first 5-6 turns you should do around 20 damage to the face, and after that maybe some other more, and just spam your hero ability and you are done. So the basic idea is to play small minions like the Undertaker and the Leaper Gnome and the Web Spinner. They synergize with each other, so the Undertaker gets stronger with the Leaper Gnome and the Web Spinner. And also there is Mad Scientist, which also has Dash Rattle and Haunted Creeper, and all these cards make the Undertaker stronger. So the ideal play is to get Undertaker in your opening hand and play these Dash Rattle minions after that. A Hunter Mark is used for removing taunts and bigger threats from the enemy's board. The Explosive Trap is for the mirror, so other hunters or even the Warlock Zoo type of decks, so you can clear your enemy's board really efficiently. And also it deals 2 damage to the enemy's face, which sometimes helps to win the game. The Flare is for mirror matchup, so against other hunters to remove these traps. Freezing Trap is for bigger threats and bigger minions, so you can just ignore the enemy minion and wait for them to attack, and they will be sent back to their hands, and it costs 2 more, so your enemy will be slowed down by this guy a lot. Snake Knife synergizes well with Knife Juggler, so it summons 3 snakes 1/1s, and the Knife Juggler sends out 3 knives. So even if they attack your Knife Juggler with a 2 health minion or even a 3 health minion, and all 3 knives go for the attacker's health, then your Knife Juggler will survive. You could skip this trap and replace it with the Freezing Trap, or even a Snipe if you don't have anything else, so it's not so necessary, but sometimes it can be useful. Haunted Creeper, nice value card, so it dies, it comes back as a 2 1/1s, and also it's a beast, so it has some extra synergy with the hunter. Iron Beagle, used for removing taunts. Knife Juggler synergizes well with your 1-cost minions, with Snake Trap, and also with Unleash the Hounds. Mad Scientist works well with your traps and your Eaglehorn Bow, so your Eaglehorn Bow gets 1 durability for each triggered secret. That's why we are using 4 secrets. You shouldn't use more, maybe 1 less, so 3 or 4 secrets are enough for Eaglehorn Bow. We use 2 of them, so these should be used for clearing little minions, so 3 health minions or 2 health minions, which can threaten your board, like killing the Undertaker, for example. This can be also used for going for the face, so 3 damage to the face. If you don't manage to get any traps with it, then it's a 6 damage to the face for 3 mana, which is really nice, and our purpose is to deal damage to the face really fast, so this card can be used for that as well. If it manages to get at least 1 trap synergy, so it gets 1 durability, so it becomes a 3/3, you can deal 9 damage for 3 mana to the face, so this card can be really insane. Animal Companion, you get 8 stats sometimes from it. So the 4/4 Misha with taunt is a really sick stats for 3 mana. Also a 2/4 is really nice. It gives 1 attack to your other minions, so you usually have more minions on the board or play Unleash the Hound, so all of these minions get 1 attack, so it's an extra damage to the face or help to clear the enemy's threats on the board. And the best thing about Animal Companion that it can spawn as a boar, which has 4 attack and charge, so you can run with it to the enemy's face, and it's 4 damage to the face for 3 mana, and it remains on the board, so the enemy has to deal with it. So Animal Companion, anything will spawn, it helps you. A kill command, your main finisher, you shouldn't keep this in your opening hand. Sometimes it can be used to remove bigger threats, taunts from your opponent's board, but most of the time it is your finisher. So you deal 20 damage to the face, you run out of steam, you don't have any cards. You keep a beast in your hand because it's important that it deals only 3 damage if you don't have a beast, but if you have a beast it's 5 damage, which is really a big deal. So if you play a beast, kill command and steady shot, that's 7 damage to the face, so it's perfect finishing blow for the enemy. Unleash the Hound, some players don't use it anymore, I still like it. It synergizes well with the Knife Juggler, with the Lion spawned from Animal Companion. It's an overall good card, I think. It can remove threats, it can be used with Hunter's Mark as well, so your opponent has multiple taunts on the field, some big taunts, some smaller taunts, then you can Hunter's Marks one of them, play Unleash the Hounds, trade 1 card with it in conjunction with the Hunter's Mark, and run the other hounds into the other taunt. Also with the Night Juggler it gets really insane. The Little Exorcist, I added these to combat other hunters and other zoo decks with lots of death rattles. I didn't really test it yet, but I think if you face many opponents with death rattles, then this card can be really useful. And Cult Master, finally, it's for late game, you shouldn't keep it in your opening hand. If the game drags out and you have 30 health, your opponent has around 15 health, but you ran out of cards, you have an Unleash the Hounds maybe in your hand, your opponent starts to fill up the board, and then you play the combos Cult Master plus Unleash the Hounds. You can draw a bunch of cards. It also works well with the snake traps, or your opponent triggers the snake trap. 3 1/1 minions come out. You can play the Cult Master, trade the 1/1s and draw a bunch of cards as well.